All right, I'm going to go over how to, create lists of posts and, how to control them, how to also add like filtering. So let's start by going to our dashboard and let's create a new page. And let's call this page example post list. We'll publish it and we're going to edit with the Elementor page builder. Just click that blue button. Now it's pretty easy. Let's add a section, single column, and what we're looking at is going to be this pro post list. If you throw it onto your site, you'll see it automatically displays a list of posts. And if we click save and we view this page, you'll see this is how it displays. It's going to display the latest 6 posts from any category. So the cool thing about this is you'll see these, and I'm going to leave that open in another tab so we can just tab back and forth, even though you get a preview here. Since I'm recording a video, it thinks it's a tablet size. That's why you see it's a little smaller, but don't worry, nonetheless, works all the same. So this is where you can choose the layout. If you choose overlay, for example, you'll get that overlay layout right there, which is pretty cool. Pretty simple. Post list, also simple. By default, there's 6. Let's say you wanted to make it 9 or something like that. You can do that as well. Then adjust the column count. And then if you see this little icon right here, what this does is actually shows you, gives you options for tablets and mobile sizes. So if you want to adjust the columns on tablet or margins, etc., you can do so as well. It's super cool. This page builder does wonders for mobile and tablet support. So let's go ahead and actually select. We'll leave it 3 columns, margin, etc. And the post pagination is one thing you'll probably adjust. And let's go ahead and do load more posts. And what this does is adds this load more link so you can always load more posts. Now you have other options here too. You have layout and query. Layout is very self-explanatory. You can do things like, let's say we want to remove category and the date. And so you can add or remove elements, adjust colors, etc. for that. And then under post query, this is where the nitty and gritty is at. This is where you can actually filter things. So let's actually turn back the category on so I can read what categories we have. So let's say we wanted to pull in only from the travel category. You're going to type in the word travel. So now we're only pulling in travel posts that are from the travel category. Now you have the same control over filtering tags as well, but this will help you out for if you want to just create a certain specific category or pull in multiple categories. You can do things like we can pull in news and travel. So now we pull in all the news posts and the travel posts. So you can have as many or as few as you would like. You can adjust the order. So you can have views by all-time, year, month, day. You can do it by post title, etc. If you wanted alphabetical order, for instance. Then offset is pretty cool. That basically what it does is tell you to skip posts. So let's say we wanted to skip locally hosted and video, the first 2. You can just do that 2 offset, and it skips the first 2 posts. So this works out really well if you have a slider, for instance. Now let's say your slider, and this is what we use on the home page, pulls in the latest 3 posts. Then for your post list, just set the offset to 3, so it skips the first 3, and then you have your featured 3 posts, and then the rest of them. So the offset's pretty cool. And the last ones are sorting. So to do sorting, since we're using category, if you turn that on, it will display whatever categories you put up here. And that allows you to sort via the categories that you put in here. And you can do the same for filtering tags. So that's actually what we used in the for our sliders, we're using filtering tags. And the reason we added another one is so that you can filter by tags that don't display. So just gives you additional options. They work exactly the same, post category and filtering tags. And let me actually show you that in the dashboard. So what I'm talking about when I say tags and categories is if you edit your post, you'll have options. You can sort by categories, so you can pull in any of these categories, or you can do the same thing for filtering tags. And again, they look exactly the same. It just allows you to sort by like seasons, for instance, or anything like that as well. So this works out well if you want to have like an editor's choice that you filter posts by, but when you visit the post, you don't want it to say editor's choice anywhere. That's why we added those in, so it allows you to filter by that. So that's going to cover how you can pull post lists on. I'll go over one more example real quick in the live preview. So if we edit this live preview and we click on the the slider, if you notice when I click on the slider, it's going to filter by slider, and it's going to pull in 3 categories. And then there's actually 2 post lists here. Oops. And there's this first post list right here, which pulls in the latest 2 posts with no pagination. And then if we click on the next one, it pulls in the latest 6 posts. But the key right here is we're offsetting a couple posts so that you never duplicate. So that's why we have that offset feature, so you can make sure that you don't have posts duplicating on the page. So don't worry if you're unsure on that. If you're starting to build pages and you have questions, just ask us in the forum and we'll show you. We definitely added in tons of options so that you can really customize the heck out of your site and pull in pretty detailed stats and information. I guess the last thing I should cover is the style tab, and that is how you can edit the styles of the of your elements. So you can make things dark, light, etc., and you can just adjust all of these as well under styles.